Hello and good evening, everyone. First, let me begin by sincerely apologizing for not being able to join you in person for this important panel discussion. I was genuinely looking forward to being in the room with you, and I want to thank the organizers for including me in this conversation and for recognizing the value of bringing diverse voices together as we discuss inclusion, diversity, equity, and anti-racism. I believe this event is not only meaningful, it is timely, especially for our community here in Gander. Conversations like this help us reflect on who we are, who we hope to become, and how we can build spaces where everyone feels seen and valued. Over the years in education and in life, I've met many people from different cultures and different histories and different beliefs. And I can say confidently, I have yet to meet one adult individual who has no unconscious biases. We all carry them. We are all imperfect. What truly differentiates those who live and lead with love is not the absence of bias, but the willingness to learn, to grow, and to confront blind spots that we all inevitably have. With that spirit of honesty and growth, and from my humble perspective within higher education, I would like to share my thoughts and hopefully make a meaningful contribution to the wholesome and necessary conversation on such an important topic. Educational institutions are, in many ways, the oldest melting pots of ideas that humanity has ever built. Long before we had global trade routes or digital networks, we had learning spaces, places where people came together to exchange knowledge, challenge assumptions, and imagine what the future could look like. And across history, one thing has remained consistent. People perform better when they feel confident. And that confidence grows when individuals can show up as their whole selves. When learners are not afraid of being marginalized, ridiculed, or excluded for the traits that make them unique, something powerful happens. Creativity expands. Ideas that once felt at the time too bold, too strange, or too unfamiliar suddenly become explorable. They make it into the planning room. They shape real solutions that can be scaled globally. This is why inclusive education is not a nice to have. It is foundational to innovation. When we cultivate classrooms in colleges and universities where full, honest, and diverse conversations can happen, we eliminate blind spots. We allow a wider range of perspectives to contribute to problem solving, and the result is simply amazing. Our laboratories become more innovative, our research becomes more relevant, and our students, become more prepared for a globalized world. These are not results that we can ignore in the growing world of changing intelligence and the resulting labor market shifts. But we must be honest with ourselves. Inclusion cannot be sprinkled on after the fact. When inclusion is treated as an afterthought, it is almost always ineffective, often expensive, and usually too late to repair the damage done and to recapture the opportunities that have been missed. Instead, we must design for inclusion from the onset. This means building learning environments, technologies, training programs that anticipate not only the technical requirements, but also the social and cultural and human behavioral realities of the people who will use these technologies. It means acknowledging environmental complexities and understanding that students bring their histories, their challenges, and their lived experiences into the classroom with them. Innovation created with this level of awareness, innovation that does not ignore the human element, lasts longer. It stands out, it is easier to deploy, more intuitive to use, and more likely to create opportunities rather than barriers. And the beauty of inclusive design is this. When we build with everyone in mind, we often end up improving the experience for people we haven't even imagined yet. An example is the curbs that were originally designed solely for wheelchair accessibility. Today, you use them when riding a bike, you use them when delivering parcels, and inclusive innovation has an overall ripple effect. It strengthens future application, makes technology more adaptable, and ensures that progress does not leave anyone behind. So, how do we ensure our conversations are rich and complete? By making space for every voice, by refusing to overlook the human realities behind the data, and by understanding that diversity is not to be seen as a challenge. It is a strategic advantage when deployed appropriately. When colleges and training institutions embrace this perspective, we do more than educate. We model the world we want to build, one where people can contribute fully, solve creatively, and innovate boldly because they feel seen, heard, and valued. That is why here at CNA, one of our core values is diversity, because we believe in including everyone. I really hope that you had an amazing time at the event today, and I look forward to seeing you. Be good for whatsoever reason is good for you. Thank you.